Want to hear something crazy? I beat a chronic hormone disease and lost 10 pounds. And many of my clients have gone on to lose 50 pounds or more without any restrictive diets and medical prescriptions. I'm going to be sharing with you in this video the exact 100% natural root cause method I use to make this happen. And I'm sharing this because in 16 weeks, I was able to fix my thyroid, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, heal my gut, stop the bloating, get off of all medications, sleep better, clear skin, and massively charge up my energy, which helped me to go from binge eating on the couch, feeling completely exhausted at the end of the day, to running a multiple six-figure business. And the best part is, I've been medication free ever since without any crazy diets or workout regimens. Now, I want to build some trust in you, and I'm going to share with you just a few examples of the women that I've helped to heal their hormones and massively transform their bodies in the last 12 months. Just like Dr. Kim, who lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks and eliminated her anxiety. Or Mary, who beat insulin resistance and overcame 30 years of self-doubt. Talk about changing her life. And then there's Sarah, who healed her gut, she eliminated constipation, she optimized her weight, and finally slept through the night consistently. It was a total game changer for her and her business. Carmen, who fixed her thyroid function, she got rid of hives and she lost 8 pounds. Amy, who lost 25 pounds in 6 weeks and was so excited. She was like a whole new woman. Debbie, who lowered her blood pressure and lost 8 inches. Or Beth, who lowered her cholesterol medication. She improved her bone density score and her cardiovascular score. Talk about important, meaningful changes that really affect so many areas of your health. Deanna, who beat thyroid disease and insomnia. These are just some of the women. And if you're battling hormonal challenges, things like Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism or hypertension, insomnia, insulin resistance, anxiety, polycystic ovarian syndrome, digestive distress, or any other hormonal imbalances that make it hard for you to keep weight off, then I'll be showing you exactly how to lose weight effortlessly and keep it off for life using a root cause method. Listen, we're going to talk about meal planning and prepping even with a busy schedule, because I know you have a lot of things going on in your life, but it's important to reach your health goals while continuing your activities, right? You want to learn how to move your body effectively without hours of cardio, without spin classes, or any strenuous workouts, so that you can feel healthy and remove belly fat within a very short period of time. And I'll also show you how to get all of the nutrients that your body needs, all of the protein, fiber, healthy fats that you need to feel fantastic without following some crazy restrictive diets, so weight loss can be easy for you. But before I was able to fix my own problem, I was stuck in the old way instead of the new way. My name is Amanda Hinman, and I am applied functional medicine health specialist and owner of Hinman Holistic Health, where together my team and I have helped women in over 150 cities to take control of their health. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and I thought my life was over. I did everything I was told to do. I was trying the diets. I was eating keto and then low carb and then intermittent fasting and gluten-free, making Arbonne protein powder smoothies. I was working out regularly. In fact, I taught group fitness classes for a number of years. I was focusing on getting my steps in and being active, taking all sorts of medications and supplements. I was taking my thyroid medication, some oral progesterone, and a handful of supplements that my naturopath had prescribed, going to the endocrinologist, working with functional medicine doctors. And I was taking the stool test, doing all the things that they recommended. At first, I did feel a little bit better. It did see some traction in some period, but that was very short-lived. And then all of a sudden, my thyroid antibody numbers skyrocketed, my hair loss was continuing to go down the drain, and my energy was depleted. I felt like I was being haunted by a ghost that kept this never-ending loop of drug dependence. People told me it was just part of getting older. It was just part of having an autoimmune condition. I felt helpless and hopeless to fix my hormones. And just when I was going to give up, my daughter became really sick. So several years ago, she started having seizures. In fact, her anxiety progressed to the point where she would have 10 to 15 seizures in a day. And it was absolutely devastating. We went to all the doctors, ran the EKGs and the tests with the pediatric neurologist, and we were told the same things, that her hormones were off and that we needed to medicate to control her seizure activity. In fact, she was taking 12 pills a day as an 8-year-old, 4 different benzodiazepine medications just to make it through a 24-hour period. And that wasn't working. She was lethargic. She was distant. She was not my normal, vibrant, energized little girl. And I knew I had to do something different because these were just diminishing returns. There had to be another way. So that's when I decided to go back to school and study functional medicine science, which is really about how all of the different bodily systems work together. And I discovered a new understanding of the endocrine system and how it's related to our digestive system and our immune system and affecting our bodies and how we can respond to healing. I learned not only from a nutritional standpoint what our bodies need to heal, what was missing, but also understanding the nervous system in a whole new way. In order for my daughter to manage her anxiety and avoid having seizures, we had to create a new environment biochemically in her body. And the more I learned about the nervous system, the more I realized we are all stuck trying to fix the same problem when it comes to hormonal imbalances. Whether it be weight gain, hair loss, dry skin, etc. This is not the problem. These are symptoms of a deeper problem, a root cause. So if you're going to lose weight, you must solve that problem first. And in my experience now, I've seen that there are really just 4 things that it takes for you to have in place to finally hit peak hormonal health and lose weight for life. Because when we did these 4 things for my daughter, she was able to come off of all medications in 8 months and has been seizure-free ever since. I applied the same approach to my autoimmune condition and has been able to be medication-free. And she's been living a healthy life and has now completed her first year on a full ride scholarship to the University of Notre Dame. So when we did these things in our family and I applied these same things, my autoimmune diagnosis was gone, in remission. Our family went from 6 different medications to 0 permanently. So in order for you to stop gaining weight, you've probably tried some of the diets, some of the spin classes, some of the fitness programs, all the things that we hear about. And chances are they've failed. But I want you to know it's not your fault. Statistics actually show that 80% of people who do these things, especially the dieting, will gain half of that weight back in just 24 months. Because these things weren't the problem. They weren't actually designed to fix the actual problem, just the symptom of the problem. Whether we're talking about cardio or smoothies or fad diets, they're a band-aid to manage your symptoms of weight gain. They're the quick fix to get healthier, but we know that they don't have the long-lasting effects that you're looking for. So here's what you probably didn't realize. Being overweight isn't the problem. That's just the symptom of the problem. If you don't fix the real problem, you will keep starting your fitness journey again and again because you're struggling to sustain it. You're going to be battling with weight probably for life, and you'll lose that hope. You'll start to believe that it's not possible for you, that maybe your body's just going to be declining even as you age. You're going to be susceptible to becoming a statistic. According to the NCOA research, nearly 95% of adults over 60 have at least one chronic condition, and almost 80% have 2 or more. The stats in America are staggering, and in fact, they continue to get worse every year. I realized I didn't want that to be me. So I didn't want to be in this constant cycle of dieting and medication and dependence. So I decided to fix the root cause. So what's the root cause? Well, I'm going to try and compress 7 years of medical knowledge into a very simple explanation. So here's the thing. Your nervous system is what helps you manage stress and balance your hormones. And it's divided into 2 areas. The sympathetic system, which regulates that fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic side of your nervous system, which is the rest and digest and heal functions in the body. So when the nervous system becomes dysregulated, you lose control. And when you don't have control, that's when we start to make the unhealthy choices and decisions, right? That's what leads to weight problems. Things like binge eating, going to bed later than ideal, skipping meals, etc. So people keep telling me to stop skipping your meals, go to bed earlier. Yeah, I know. Don't you think I'm trying to do that? Right? The thing is, most women over 40 no longer have enough time to let their body get out of fight or flight and into that rest and digest mode because life is always happening. I get it. Listen, you're busy. You've got kids. You have a career. Maybe you have parents that you're helping to care for. That's why no matter how many calories you count and how many diets you begin or fitness programs you join, it never works out long term. And you always come back to the starting line. It's this never ending loop, right? You start a new diet or a new routine, life happens, you lose control, nervous system gets dysregulated, you make some bad choices, and you're right back to where you started. So, how do we fix it? Well, step number 1 is to replenish key nutrients. Your symptoms act as clues to where your body is undernourished because we want to give your body, your cells, a little bit bigger bandwidth so that they can tolerate more life circumstances, right? You need to fill in the gaps with nutrients that are specific to your body so your body has what it needs to heal. Like I said, expand your capacity to handle life stressors. Second things, we need to restore your digestive fire. Determine if your busy lifestyle is actually affecting your digestion. Digestion is the ability to bring those nutrients from your food inside to your cells where they can actually use them. So we need to take steps to boost your digestive strength and its effectiveness and make sure that your cells are getting the benefits of all of the healthy foods that you're eating. Next is to reset your thinking, utilizing neuroscience and cutting-edge mindset technologies to rewire your brain. This is how you ensure healthy lifestyle habits are sustainable for decades. They're going to stick with you. So you want to make it easy to feel peaceful and happy and make it unnatural to feel overwhelmed and guilty instead of having that be the go-to highway. Learning how to do that is a skill, and I won't be able to go into depth about all of that in this training. But if you want to be able to gain control at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an opportunity to learn more about how we help our clients to do that and see if it makes sense. Then you can book a call with me or my team. When Amy came to me, she was disempowered about her health. Life was chaotic. She was battling weight loss. She tried everything. She never created sustainable change, and she didn't have the capacity to do diets or exercise in the way that she had wanted to. She was ready to give up, just kind of succumb to the fact of this is how I'm going to be. And then it changed. Just look at Amy now. She lost 25 pounds in 3 months. She has more energy. She's a strong leader in her business. She's empowered to make different exercise and nutrient decisions and feels on fire. This woman is fantastic. And it's not just the weight loss. One of my clients found a lump in her breast and was scheduled for immediate surgery. She was riddled with fear. Imagine how you'd feel if you get that notification. Then she took control of her body and said, listen, I know that I need to do things differently. She got her health back into balance after using my root cause framework, and the lump disappeared. I mean, she avoided a $5,000 surgery, sidestepped the pain and the agony of going through a lumpectomy, and really gave herself that sense of hope and that sense of resiliency and strength in her body. After I used the root cause framework myself, I no longer needed medication to balance my hormones. I healed from massive anxiety, hair loss, irritability, moodiness, skin breakouts. I nurtured my own sense of confidence and control in my health. And I no longer derailed by challenging life circumstances. I mean, let's be honest, I'm a mom of 4. I run a business. I have, lots of commitments and people that I'm really intentional with. But it's not a matter of having that detract from my health. I'm actively participating in my community and leading a team. The benefits are no more merry-go-round of fad diets, right? You're going to feel in control. You're going to understand and be empowered of what your body needs. You'll feel emotionally solid. No more panic, no more fear. You're going to save money on supplements and prescriptions and procedures, avoid potentially surgery or other medical procedures now or in the future, sleeping better at night, gain a sense of accomplishment, Feel proud, feel empowered, and know what's possible when it comes to healing your body. Once you gain control of your body and are empowered to make these decisions, you know what it takes and you know what your body needs. So, how do we get the nutrients that you need without even trying? Maybe you don't even know it or you don't know where to start. There's so much information out there. In fact, I've studied more than 100 different dietary theories. So I know that there's a lot of conflicting information out there, whether it's, Weight Watchers, maybe you've tried the 21-day fix, maybe you've tried eating keto or Jenny Craig. There is so much information out there. And you just end up feeling exhausted and confused about what to do, just like Donna Marie did. This happened to her. She tried like 40 different diets. She's like, I've been trying these for decades, and I still feel confused and disempowered until she came up with a new plan. It's like no more strict dieting. That left me feeling deprived after a year of eating everything gluten-free, dairy-free. Then she went off the rails the other way and beat herself up because why can't I stick to it? I know this would be good for me, but it's just hard to do. And then she would feel bad about herself and get in this spin cycle of yet another diet. So Donna Marie was stuck on the flywheel of diets and frustration. The consequences and the side effects of being stuck in this cycle is that she ended up taking omeprazole because she was having acid reflux. She was struggling with low serotonin. Her mood was really unstable. She had trouble sleeping. Serotonin is a precursor to melatonin, which is necessary for good sleep. She was just feeling disempowered in her own body. This is a flywheel that gets worse and worse, and you'll need more food and more meds to just barely get by and function. That's why when you step outside of the traditional diet and that mentality, it's not about the diet. It's about giving your body what it needs to have healthy nourishment. So how do we get the right nutrients in consistently? Well, the majority of advice out there is nutrient biased, right? But there are bio-individual needs. It's not the exact same for everyone. If you don't take the time to learn about your body and know what your body needs, it will be hard to figure this out. She tried the strict diets, right? I felt deprived for a year because I tried eating a year gluten-free, dairy-free, being very mindful, sugar-free, and then got annoyed. She fell off the rails, got emotionally frustrated with herself and beat herself up. And then she would feel bad about herself. And it's like start another diet all over again, right? Donna Marie was stuck on the flywheel of diets and frustration. And the consequences were now all of a sudden she had more dysfunction in her body, right? Her systems, her digestive system was off, which led to taking omeprazole for stomach acid. She was struggling with low serotonin, which is important for mood balance and feeling good. Also really important for good sleep because serotonin is the precursor to melatonin. She was feeling disempowered in her own body and having more and more symptoms. This is the flywheel that gets worse and worse. And you'll just need more food and then more meds and just barely get by in life, right? And that's why you must step outside of this traditional diet mentality. It's not about the diet. It's about giving your body the healthy nutrients and the nourishment that it needs. So how do we get the right nutrients? The majority of the information out there is nutrient biased. But there are bio-individual needs. That's why it's really important we work to look at what does your body need specifically. And it's not the exact same for everyone. Listen, I've studied more than 100 different dietary theories. So there are a lot of different ways that people can choose to eat. And some work really well for some individuals and some work really well for different individuals. But you want to know exactly what your body needs. And then you can be more streamlined, make it simpler and easier. So there are 4 core nutrients that your body must be getting at all times for you to stay healthy and energized: protein, fiber, healthy fats, and vegetables. When I learned this, I also struggled to stay consistent feeding myself all of these nutrients consistently at every meal. So I created the simple PFFV one-hand meal plan. P stands for protein, fiber, fat, vegetable. It's really easy, and this is a system that we teach to our clients, so you can be on the go. Literally, I'm thinking of Kathy, who was saying, just last week, I was traveling, and it was so easy for me to think about the streamlined PFFV process to create nourishing meals for myself. She knows what her body needs to get the right combo of nutrients to know what to eat each and every day, to sustain your habits because the decision fatigue is gone. It's streamlined for you, and you can create complete meals even in a pinch, even when you're traveling on the road, right? Or Mariam, who said, hey, I'm going to be on the road. I know what I need to do. I'm going to pack a couple snacks and I get my key PFFV. I'm all good. The reason it works is because you get the right combination of nutrients, but you also can sustain it. It's unlike vague advice from your doctors and just here's a list of things that never eat again. With an easy method that fits into your lifestyle, now it's something that's going to start to work. This is exactly how Stacy shed 38 pounds. She was hypertensive. She was struggling to keep up with that vague advice that you get from doctors. But after committing to the one-hand meal plan, she dropped her cholesterol by 70 points. She got off of her high blood pressure medication and she lost 38 pounds. So now she's managing her symptoms, but simply staying focused on giving her body the nutrients that she needs to support the 380 billion cells in her body each and every day. And the benefits are you give your cells what they need to work well. You're going to be able to sleep better by synthesizing key hormones for sleep like melatonin. You're going to be able to handle stress better and bounce back with more resilience. You're going to be able to knock out that moodiness and the overwhelm. So even if you're able to reset your nervous system and get the right nutrients in, sometimes you're still at risk for weight fluctuations. And this is why we have the next step, which is how to stay active for your body to lose weight without the strenuous workouts. It happened to Kathy. It happened to Susie. This was one of the biggest challenges for my client, Kathy. She said, listen, I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I get bored with workouts. I don't want to go to the gym and I don't want people to see me. Susie was also running every single day. She was sweating her butt off, just trying to lose weight, but it wasn't working. She started dealing with joint injuries and pain, feeling really low energy and fatigue, feeling a failure, like it's just not working. These high impact activities may be great for younger people when they're in their 20s, but when you get older, it becomes way harder to keep this up and to sustain it. And the solution is incredibly simple. First, we need to understand the importance of finding activity that you enjoy and are going to keep doing and that changes your body composition, what you really want to achieve. So, a lot of times we focus on losing weight, the number on the scale, but really what we want is less about losing weight and it's about changing where the weight comes from. This is changing your body composition. As you can see, 5 pounds of fat, it looks very different on your body than 5 pounds of muscle, right? So it's not always about a different number or a lowest number on the scale. You can see some of these clients who literally have a change in their body composition and look so much better and hormonally, metabolically are a completely different place. So first, we need to differentiate between non-essential activities and health transforming activities. What are those activities that you're engaging in that suck your time, that suck your energy, whether it be social media scrolling, responding to, reacting to emails, everyone else's demands and needs of you, watching TV out of habit? These are the things that don't contribute to your overall health and vitality, and they definitely don't fill up your vitamin J or vitamin joy bucket, as I like to call it. You're healthy, and it doesn't help your healthy body composition. Instead, we want to switch to some health transforming activities, things that align with your values. Not just working out for working out's sake, but moving and finding a way to move for the rest of your life that's going to allow you to be metabolically healthy, right? Are you somebody who cares a lot about relationships? Then let's make sure your movement includes socialization. Are you somebody that loves the outdoors? Then we're going to find a way to make sure your activity is tied to that and that it contributes to your vitamin J, the joy factor. This is how you're going to be active, mobile, and get the lean composition in your body for lifelong activity. If you want to lose weight without even training, you need to start focusing on more health transforming activities. Because remember, exercise just doesn't come from workouts. It can be lifting groceries into your car. It can be walking with your friends. It can be different things that actually count too. So you need to focus on metabolic efficiency, not just burning fat. More muscle means you burn more calories all day long. Good old-fashioned exercise is definitely essential too, and you can sustain that doing occasionally once you start doing the other activities that are built into your day that you enjoy. You don't need to spend a ton of time working out at the gym. You just have to be non-sedentary, mobile, even while you're living your life. Think about the blue zones, right? These are areas that have the most centurions because they have very mobile lifestyles. And the benefits, when you move your body and you gain an appetite to eat good foods, your body can be energized, just like Susie, right? Susie found an activity that lights her up and now looks forward to this. She loves her fitness classes as a part of her life. She switched from running every day to forcefully to walking for 20 minutes in the morning to set her circadian rhythm. She also added in these 25-minute strength training workouts to increase her metabolism in a different way, got her heart rate up, increased her confidence, improved her relationship, and is at peace, like found something she truly enjoys. Or Kathy now, she had been working with a personal trainer for 2 years, but still wasn't feeling the results. She was exhausted. She wasn't sure why she felt like, I have no muscle tone. It's not working. What's going on? So together we tested her hormones. We found that her testosterone was off, adjusted her hormones and her exercise appropriately. And now she feels energized again. She's back to working out. She's at her lowest weight since COVID. She's just plain over you. We need to ask, what does your current exercise and movement look like? Is it too much? Is it not enough? Is it meeting your goals to help change that body composition? Hormonally, what does your body need? Now, let's look forward and see what you can do to lose weight permanently. If you only have the first 3 steps, you can miss one of these and you will be missing the entire solution. This is number 4, maintaining your health for the long term, getting that health longevity. Your body is not going to let you lose weight unless it believes that it's truly safe to release that extra energy. If we don't change the neural pathways in your brain, you will never achieve the health and vitality sustainably that you desire. This means you need to relinquish those false beliefs and allow yourself to move into a position of power and authority. One of my clients felt so disempowered. Everything was going wrong. She had weight gain, she had high blood pressure, chronic health issues for 4 decades. She had no confidence in feeling that things would get better. She started to believe, it's just not possible for me. Honestly, I feel like I've been trying at this forever and I just keep failing. Anytime we feel that way, it's just because you didn't see the results that you wanted. But the thing is, you were measuring the wrong results. Maybe you were looking at the numbers on the scale. You were counting the calories. You were, how you felt in the morning. We're going to get the number on the scale once the other factors have been lined up for a period of time. That's just like a natural progression. It will happen. It's an organized methodological strategy with an 82% success rate. But I don't have the time or the skill set. If you're thinking this, listen, you don't need to. All you need is the basic education, which we'll go through together. And once you understand how your body's hormones are affected by nutrients, by sleep, by movement, you can take control in your own life and move forward with confidence. This is where my emotional leadership tool comes into play. We must understand your approach to health for any of this to stick, right? When it comes to reaching your health goals, it all comes down to what are those actions that we're taking consistently. And our actions are presupposed by our thoughts and our beliefs about them, which tie back to our emotions. Do we feel eager and excited to take those actions? Or do we feel overwhelmed and depleted and uncertain? That has to do with our nervous system set points. And that's right back to where I started of why it's so important that all true, sustainable, permanent healing has in it training for your nervous system, support for your nervous system so that you can get out of that chronic sympathetic fight or flight response. So, are you thinking that nothing will ever work for me? I've tried everything. I don't trust myself anymore. There's just something wrong with me. If you're feeling any of these, you need to stop because then your brain will go looking for more examples of that. And you will keep recreating the same lack of results. So the solution is to rewire your brain. Instead, you want to be looking for inspiration. You want to be around possibility, seeing examples of success. Be celebrated and create a pattern of celebration. Instead of asking yourself, what's wrong with me? We need to be asking, where are the things going well? Is the needle moving forward? Where are you healing? And finding the evidence of that. Because when you see more of that, the brain is working with you to create evidence for more success, but no one does that intrinsically. So rewiring your brain with these simple shifts to believe in yourself as a healthy person is absolutely essential to your longevity. That's why so much of the work we do is on neuro reprogramming, changing your identity and how you see yourself. You need to know all the metrics to culminate in success and the number on the scale, right? If we skip this piece of it, the other stuff's going to be transient. It won't stick around. So as you're seeing, it's a combination of deeper level education, understanding how your body and your hormones are affected by your thoughts, your emotions, your nutrients, and movement. So you can do this consistently for 2 or more years, just like Carissa did. I mean, Carissa literally 2 years later is better than ever. She learned what was going on in her body, had a deeper sense of empowerment and understanding of what her body needs to feel fantastic. She physiologically knows what kind of nutrients she's connected to her body. This whet her appetite to understand how to strength train with confidence, how to nourish herself and feel really good, even when she's traveling, picking out meals that work for her and her family, making balanced plates. She can't unlearn the things that we did together, the things that she now knows that are programmed in her nervous system. In fact, she even gets excited to go for her annual checkups and see where her labs are to make sure that they're in the optimal range, not just, in the reference range. She's empowered and she understands what her body needs. One of the biggest gifts, she said, is that knowing what's possible and creating a shift for myself. It's so exciting. It never would have happened if she never overcame the belief of this just doesn't work for me. Now, I know this was a lot. And before you say, wait, but Amanda, I want you to know I've been in your shoes and I've worked with hundreds of women and clients who felt the same as you do now. I want to encourage you where you are that there is a better way. You can use my framework no matter who you are. You can take control of your own life and move forward with confidence. Having learned everything I said, I want you to take action. Because if you keep trying to keep the weight off and fix your hormones using the same old things that failed you before, then this whole training has been a waste of your time, right? You need to take everything I said and literally copy it and do the same thing. Then your older self will thank you for it. Now, you can try to figure it out by yourself. It may be slower. You might make some mistakes along the way and it could be painful, but I hope that it's not. You deserve to see the transformation and get this as soon as possible for yourself. And it's possible to achieve that. And we can do it together. This saves you a lot of time, a lot of the mistakes, because I've done it and I've done it again and again with, like I said, hundreds of women, and it won't be costly to your health. In fact, it's going to add years of longevity and vitality to you. And honestly, it gets to be fun. This can be something that lights you up and you feel really good and excited and proud of, right? If this sounds like what you want my personal help to implement a root cause method, then let's talk. I'm offering a limited number of hormone balance reviews and client openings for women just like you. Now, this would hop on a 50-minute Zoom call where we can talk about your health and diagnose where you're currently at to see if we can help. And I'll be completely honest, sometimes we can't help and it's really not a fit and I have to let people go. And transparency is important, so I'll be totally upfront with you. But if it is a fit, together we can map out a health plan that helps you create a hormone healthy lifestyle, understand why you're gaining weight, and see if we're a fit. It will be the most valuable 50 minutes probably of your entire year. Honestly, I say that confidently, but honestly, it's not for everyone because I practice what I preach. I have a limited roster of clients that I can take, and this means I only accept applications of women who are truly qualified for my coaching. They're ready. This is you if you're between the ages of 35 and 65, if you're friendly, if you're coachable, and willing to discuss your situation openly and transparently, right? You can be honest with yourself. If you're ready to make lasting, permanent changes that will sustain your lifestyle and no more waiting for life to happen for you or for life to open up and give you the space. If you're ready to put yourself first and listen to what your body needs so that you can really feel good. If you fit the above criteria, then please click on the link below or in the description of this video and book a call. Now, who isn't a good fit for the thyroid and hormone balance call? This offer is not for women who are in an acute health or financial crisis. Listen, it's been my experience. My heart goes out to you, and there's no judgment because I have understood both of those situations. But it's been my experience that people in crisis do not trust the recommendations I give them, and they're not able to do the work. So if you fall within this category, it's absolutely okay. Like I said, I've been in that place too. Get some immediate support, either medically or financially, to stabilize, and then call me back. Let's circle back. This is not a fit for is the chronic skeptic, right? The person who is always doubting and distrusting everything. And I gently and respectfully ask you to not book a call, and I hope you understand why. We'll probably just not work well together, and I don't want to waste your time or your money. Is that fair? And the third person who I would recommend not to book a call is women who hand over all of their decision making to someone else. Of course, it's important to discuss any decisions about time and financial investment with your partner, with your spouse. But if a woman doesn't trust in her own ability to really ask and receive the support that she needs, then she's not a good fit for working with me. But remember, it doesn't. So are you ready to get? So if you're ready to get started, there are 3 simple steps. First, click on the button below to book a call. Second, fill out my application and pick a slot time that works for you. And third, show up for your scheduled time. Only 1 call per person can be scheduled. So if you miss your call, you won't be able to schedule another call. However, you can always reschedule if we know in advance, but just don't miss a booked appointment. Thanks, and I hope this provided you some really great, powerful information.